Picture this. A 5-year-old is kneeling in their garden and then stands up smoothly. No hesitation. Meanwhile, the CDC reports 1 in 4 older adults will fall each year. Their biggest fear isn't the impact. It's the question that comes after. How? Do I get up? So, what's the difference? It's not strength. Experts at the Mayo Clinic and the U.S. National Institutes of Health, or NIH, found the real problem is what happens in the brain. It's not a muscle failure, it's a panic freeze. A fall triggers a brain response that shouts, "Fire," and the body just locks. These researchers found the only thing that bypasses this freeze is a practiced 5-step exit map, and this map is critical. The NIH points out the real danger is the long lie. Lying on the floor for more than an hour, even uninjured, can lead to severe complications. Pneumonia, dehydration.
Your biggest fear isn't the impact.
This video is that 5-step exit map. It's not about strength, it's it's about sequence. A calm process to turn panic into action. And the most important step, the one we start with,
is completely counterintuitive. The first step to getting up is to not get up at all.
we will show you exactly why this pause is the secret to taking back control.
Part 2. The reframe. But why does this happen? Why, even when we're not seriously hurt, does the body seem to forget how to get up? It's not your muscles. It's your brain. A sudden fall triggers panic. And panic is like someone shouting, "Fire!" in a crowded theater. Everyone, all your muscles, tries to run for the exit at the exact same time, and nobody gets out. The body just freezes. The skill we're about to learn isn't about strength. It's about becoming the calm usher in that theater, showing each muscle the safe way out. One by one, we are going to replace that panic response with a practiced motor sequence. Your brain loves a good sequence. Think about Mary, 71. She slipped on her kitchen floor. She wasn't hurt, but she froze. She just lay there for nearly 20 minutes until her son came home. Her problem wasn't a lack of strength, it was a lack of sequence. Have you ever felt that little hesitation when you're kneeling in the garden wondering if getting up will be a struggle? That hesitation, that's your brain checking its map. We're about to make that map crystal clear. Part 3. Why the safest move is no move at all. So what's the first step? Here's the science. And it comes from experts at top institutions like the Mayo Clinic.
The very first thing to do after a fall is, stop. Just stop.
Don't try to get up immediately. Don't even try to sit up. Just take a breath and check your body.
Did you notice that? The first step to getting up is not getting up. The first step is the pause.
This isn't an act of weakness. It's an act of profound intelligence. That single moment of pause. It's when you take control back from your panic brain and hand it over to your thinking brain. In that second, you stop being the victim and you become the problem solver. And there's a critical physical reason for this. Rushing to stand up too quickly can cause something called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden dangerous drop in your blood pressure. It makes you dizzy, disoriented, and can make you fall a second time. So this calm step-by-step process we're learning, it's not just to protect your joints, it's to protect your blood pressure and to protect your brain. It's amazing, isn't it? Sometimes The safest way to move up is to be incredibly slow and incredibly deliberate. Part 4. How panic locks the body and how a map unlocks it. Now, let's go inside the body. Imagine we are in the blue lab, looking at the nervous system right at the moment of a fall. When you panic, the brain sends out alarms, red flashing signals, shouting everywhere at once. Tighten the back, lock the hips, brace the knees, all at the same time. What happens? The body is fighting itself. It's in a state of civil war. It's completely locked. This is the key. This is why you feel weak, when in reality, your muscles are just too busy arguing with each other. But now, look at our map. Instead of a shout, it's a whisper, a calm blue signal. First, it travels just to your core and arms. Roll over. Good. Then the next signal travels to your hips and knees. Move to all fours. Good. It's a conversation, not an argument. One step at a time.
As we visualize this in the video, what helps you feel the process better? Seeing the 3D anatomy model of those nerve signals, or watching a real person move through the sequence? Very slowly?
Part 5. The 5-step map to a safe recovery. Before we begin, one critical rule. If you feel any sharp pain, or if you suspect you are truly injured, do not try this. Please, call for help. This skill is only for uninjured falls, and we aren't going to practice this. By falling, we will practice this together, right now, on a soft mat or a carpet, as a deliberate, thoughtful movement. Ready? Step 1, pause, and roll. Remember our rule from part 3. Don't try to sit up. Just breathe. Let the floor support you. Now, gently, roll onto your stomach.
This is the safest, most stable position to build leverage from. Step 2, the tabletop. Place your hands directly under your shoulders, push your hips up, and come onto your hands and knees. Feel that stability? This is your first base camp. Step 3, find your helper. Your helper is a strong, heavy piece of furniture, a sturdy dining chair.
Or the side of your sofa. Slowly, crawl to it. You see what's happening. You are not fighting gravity. You are using the floor, and you are finding support. This is intelligence, not brute force.
Step 4, the half kneel. Place both of your hands firmly on the chair's seat. Now slide your stronger leg forward, placing your foot flat on the floor. Pause here. Breathe. And this is your second base camp. Step 5, the lift and turn. Now, inhale.
Using the power from your arms and your front leg, push your body up and turn. To sit down on the chair. Notice you never try to stand all the way up. You lift and you turn.
Try this sequence just once, very slowly. Can you feel the flow?
Which step in that process felt the most stable for your body? Part 6. From fearful to prepared.
Today, we did more than just learn 5 steps. We confronted one of the deepest fears of aging, and we gave it a name.
And then we gave it an answer. That cold panic, that feeling of helplessness, it only has power in the dark when it is met with uncertainty. What you now possess is a map. It is a plan. It is a light. It is the calm, certain step-by-step procedure that transforms a moment of crisis into a moment of simple, methodical action. This knowledge is a declaration of your independence. It is the profound, unshakable confidence that a loss of balance does not and will not mean a loss of control. There are millions of people, perhaps people you love, who are living in the shadow of this fear right now. If you believe in this mission, share this video. Share it not just as a how-to guide, but as a tool of genuine empowerment. And if you believe that the best way to face the future is with knowledge and preparation, subscribe to our channel. Join a community that is choosing to live not in fear of what might happen, but in confidence of what we can handle.
Thank you for watching. Be safe, be practiced, and be prepared.